ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यं करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणं मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः शृण्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा। देवाय तस्मै नमः। Shloka number 26, 9th chapter. अथ नवमोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयम् यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्त्युपहृतम् अश्नामि प्रयतात्मनः। यत्करोषि यदश्नासि यज्जुहोषि ददासि यत् यत्तपस्यसि कौन्तेय तत्कुरुष्व मदर्पणम्। शुभाशुभफलैरेवम् मोक्ष्यसे कर्मबन्धनैः। संन्यासयोगयुक्तात्मा विमुक्तो मामुपैष्यसि। समोऽहं सर्वभूतेषु न मे द्वेष्योऽस्ति न प्रियः। ये भजन्ति तु मां भक्त्या मयि ते तेषु चाप्यहम्। In the 9th chapter, Bhagavan talked about what is the nature of Ishvara, what Ishvara is in his Nirguna Swarupam, what Ishvara is in his Swaguna Swarupam. Then he talked about Samsara Karanam. That is the line of thinking in the 7th chapter also. And Samsara Karanam is not knowing Ishvara. And Ishvara Ajnanam and Ishvara Ajnana based wrong conclusions about oneself and the world. They are the causes for samsara. In Shastra, this cause for samsara is presented in various ways, but fundamental idea is the same. Ajnana tajjanya adhyasa. Ignorance and ignorance born wrong conclusions are the cause for samsara. Samsara means bondage, dependence upon the world to be happy. And then what is the solution? Bhakti is the solution. And bhakti is in the form of various sadhanas. Karma yoga, upasana yoga, and this jnana yoga. And bhakti also has got the meaning reverential love for the Lord with the attitude of surrender. That is bhakti. And this bhakti is divided in different ways. One division is sakama bhakti, nishkama bhakti. And Bhagavan says that sakama bhakti also is good. If sakama bhakti means devotion for the Lord with some material desire, that also is good. In the last class we saw that if somebody is doing work with money, taking some money is good than the fellow who doesn't do any work with money, without money. In India we have one problem, they cannot say no. So if you ask for any work, they say yes, and doesn't happen. So that's a big problem. So in the Western country, they have this problem little less. If they can't do, they will say, no, I can't. Very upfront they will tell, I can't, I cannot do it. Whereas in India, we feel that how to say no. Yes, Swamiji. Especially if Swamiji asks for some work, they will say, yes, Swamiji, and they don't appear for months together. So, Bhagavan says that Sakama Bhaktas are better than no Bhakta. Sakama Bhakti, even if somebody is worshipping Bhagavan with some material desire, worldly desire, Bhagavan give me this, chanting Chamakam, Shanchame, Mayashchame, Chame, that also is okay. But first you chant Namakam and then chant Chamakam. Namakam is that Rudradhyaya. So that Rudram you chant Namakam and then you chant Chamakam. Bhagavan says that also is okay. But it is better to chant Namakam without Chamakam. In the heart. Outside you may not chant because you don't know Chamakam. That should not be the reason. Means in your heart you worship Bhagavan, you love Bhagavan for Bhagavan being what it is. Itham bhuta guno hariri. In Bhagavatam very beautifully says that why I love, when devotees are asked, why do you love Bhagavan? He says, Bhagavan is like that only. Bhagavan is invoking love with us. So Bhagavan invokes love in me, therefore I love Bhagavan. That is called Nishkama Bhakti. I enjoy loving Bhagavan. I enjoy worshipping Bhagavan. I enjoy this glorifying Bhagavan. I don't ask the question, Bhagavan, I did this Parayanam, what will you give me now? I enjoy it. Like when somebody invites you for food, you enjoy food. Do you ask that, what will you give me for eating this food? You don't like it. In North India, for that also they say, I mean, just by the way, this is not directly connected, but very interesting thing. When we go to somebody's house, we eat, the sannyasis we eat, and afterward they give some dakshina. So they say, Swamiji, ye kiske paise? If we ask them, what food you are giving money? You already give food. Bole wo daat ghisai ke paise. Means what? Since you have used your teeth have been little bit worn out. So for worn out teeth, that's a different thing. But we just enjoy worshipping Bhagavan. That is called Nishkama Bhakti. This Nishkama Bhakti itself is a blessing. You can have Nishkama Bhakti itself is a blessing. And Bhagavan says that Nishkama Bhakti is much better than the Sakama Bhakti. Why? Because Sakama Bhakti means material desire based devotion leads to very limited result. So from the 28th to 29th shloka, this is the discussion. And this 21st shloka, Bhagavan said that people, they do the ritual, they worship me through the ritual, and they go to heaven. Kshine punye martya lokam vishanti. Happens. You go to a nice place, Kailas or something, and then what? After Kshina Punya, 1 or 2 days you can stay, then Martya Lokam, Coimbatore Vishanti. Yeah. People say, Swamiji, we love to be in ashram, but what to do? We have to go back here. Kshina Punya, Swagruham Gachanti. Alright. So Sakama Bhakti has got this problem. What? It gives you limited result. You continue to remain a beggar, a begging person. Whereas Nishkama Bhakti leads to Atmajnanam and Moksha, where your beggarliness is destroyed. And therefore Bhagavan said that Nishkama Bhakti is better. And various reasons he gave. He said once person has got Nishkama Bhakti, he did not worry about yoga and kshema. This person doesn't have to worry what will happen to me in retirement, after retirement, what will happen. He doesn't have to worry. If he is Nishkama Bhakta and having total surrender to Bhagavan, he doesn't have to worry. Otherwise you should worry. In fact, otherwise others have to worry for you. So better you take care of yourself. But if you have that conviction that Bhagavan has given me stomach, Bhagavan only has given stomach, and same Bhagavan will give the food for stomach. But sometimes he may not give you the food you like. He may give you some what is called sambar rasam, what is called rice rasam only. That also you should be happy. So Bhagavan said, Yoga Kshema are taken care of by me if a person is Nishkama Bhakta. It is natural, no? See, somebody is working for some elderly person, and the elderly person is very rich, and this person whole day he is dedicating to this person. Then if elderly person, if he is a sensitive person, he will take care. In olden days, that is how it used to be. If somebody from village goes to his uncle's place in the city, and uncle has got some shop, he will work there and give food. He will give food, and then afterwards when he is marriageable age, he will get him married also, get him a house also, everything. So even a local person with some sensitivity takes care of the person who is working for, then what we talk about Bhagavan? Definitely takes care. That is one thing. Sakama Bhakti, person has to work for himself. Because he has to keep on giving application to Bhagavan. Bhagavan, ye de do, ye de do. Whereas this person doesn't have to put application. Without application. Second advantage is that in Sakama Bhakti, you have to fulfill these rules and regulations. If you want to get money by worshipping the Lord, then you have to do a homa with particular material, particular ahuti, particular mantras. You cannot say, no, this is very expensive, so I will not do. You cannot do it. You have to do that particular material. You have to offer. You cannot say, no, ghee is very expensive, so I will offer oil offer. And then also palm oil. So something. Or soybean oil. So, soybean oil also there, no? Yeah. Very cheap. And that is not that kerosene. So that is also oil, no? One type of oil. You cannot do that. You have to follow the rules and regulations regarding the material, regarding mantra, regarding the number of oblations, all. But if you are Nishkama Bhakta, then to express your devotion, no rules and regulations required. See, if you have ordered for the bouquet to flower florist, then if he brings the bouquet which is little bit withered away or something, you will shout at the person. How can you do like this? I paid you so much. You did not bring on time. And I had asked you for using 3 colors flower. you have only 2, you say all this. But suppose your friend, your beloved, he brings a flower, very little flower, maybe 1 or 2 varieties only. He did not charge you for that. He brings out of love. Will you have that critical mind? Will you shout at the person, why only 2? You will not say. That is the difference. So when you have got Sakama Bhakti, all rules and regulations. If you are an employee, morning 9 o'clock you have to punch in, and then only 5 o'clock you can only punch out. But if you are doing seva, then you can come at 8 o'clock also, at 10 o'clock also, okay, seva. You cannot be asked also. You will not be asked. Because you are ready to work. If required 8 o'clock also you are ready to come. If required is 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, whatever time. When you have that attitude, then you will not be asked. So Bhagavan says, in Nishkama Bhakti, specific material is not required. Patram, Pushpam, Phalam, Toyam, whatever. Only Bhakti is required. And afterward Bhagavan gave further discount. Discount to discount. So the Bhagavan says, even you don't offer me Patram, Pushpam, that also doesn't matter. Whatever you do, convert into worship of me. Yat karoshi, yadashnasi, yad juhoshi, dadasi yat. Whatever you are taking care of your grandchild, babysitting, that also you offer to Bhagavan. How you offer to Bhagavan? By saying this baby is Bhagavan. I am not babysitting my grandchild. I am babysitting Bhagavan, who is in the form of my grandchild. Very difficult to see when baby is very naughty. But Bhagavan Sri Krishna also was very naughty, so no problem. So Bhagavan says, whatever you are doing, connect all the activities to me. Offer those activities to me. The Swamiji used to say, we can use even the expression Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. After doing any activity, after cooking, you say Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. After conducting a class, I also should say what? Krishna Arpanamastu. People laugh, people did not laugh, people understood, did not understood, slapped, whatever. So, idea is that connect all the activities. You listening also you can offer it to Bhagavan. Understood, not understood, So, Krishna Arpanamastu. So, that is the advantage of Nishkama Bhakti. And now from the next shloka, Bhagavan is showing that how devotion is transformative. How the devotion can bring a change in the life of a person. And a person who was having so many papam in his or her life, it will not become an obstacle if that person has devotion for it. And one last point, Bhagavan, in the last class, the last shloka, Bhagavan is said very important point. Bhagavan says, I am equal to all. Samoham sarva bhutesh. But depending upon how people relate to me, I will be available to them. And we saw the example of fire which Shankaracharya gives. Fire is equal to all. But depending upon how much distance you keep from the fire, you get the warmth from fire, you don't get it. Fire doesn't have any raga and dvesha for you, likes and dislikes for you. If you go near the fire, fire is ready to give you the warmth. But if you say, no, I don't want to go near the fire, fire should come and give me this warmth. That is not possible. Similarly, Bhagavan says, I am available to shower my blessings. Ashirvad ki nadiya beh rahi hai. She said, the rain of the river of his blessings is always flowing. Or the rain of blessings is always flowing. Only thing, you keep your vessel upside down. If you keep your vessel upside down, you will never get water You said I stood in front of in under the rain, but nothing came because you had kept your lesson upside down. Similarly, if you are exposed to the temple activities and all, but you do not have Shraddha in Bhagavan, you do not have the attitude of surrender to Bhagavan. In fact, sometimes you get a doubt also whether Bhagavan is there or not. People are saying, but who has seen Bhagavan? That I told you, that there is one party leader in Chennai. He challenged Bhagavan that if Bhagavan is there, let him come. Like how in the auction they said 1, 2, 3, God. So like like that, he said, I am calling out. If Bhagavan is there, let him come. 1, 2, 3, he must have counted. If Bhagavan did not come, they declare what? Bhagavan is not. Like that. So sometimes that feeling comes, whether really Bhagavan is there or simply people like emperor's cloth. So it is just people are believing that, and they say God is creation of man. We say what? Man is creation of God. They will opposite thing. What? God is creation of man. And they give the explanation also. He said in olden days, that these primitive people, they did not know what is lightning, what is thunder. And therefore, when thunder, lightning happen, they don't know what to do. And therefore, they started worshipping that. And that is how the concept of God came. God is not existing. God is just creation of mind. It's also very logical. Explain this, very appealing to some people. Whereas some bhaktas, they accept Ishvara as real as everything else is. In fact, more real than everything else is. So Bhagavan says, it is up to you whether you want to benefit from my presence, which is all the time there, everywhere it is there. It is up to you. If you do not want to take benefit, you don't take. If you want, I am available. It is something like Mahatmas. Some people say, Swamiji, why that fellow is very close to Swamiji? Because that person is interacting with Swamiji in that manner. Why he is serving Swamiji? You also serve. Some people have this problem. They themselves don't serve, and those who are serving, they criticize. Hey, you also are, you go to Swamiji and ask him, Swamiji, I also want to serve. Swamiji may say that yes, he will give appropriate seva. So our problem is that we are not ready to orient ourselves appropriately to Mahatmas or the Lord, and we keep on complaining. That person got this benefit, that person got this benefit, I don't get it. That's a wrong thing. So Bhagavan says, I am equal. But if a person is connected to me through devotion, then he will get benefit of my presence. I am manifesting in them, and those people are benefiting from my presence. Maite teshu chapyaham. They are in me, means they are always feeling my presence, and I am manifesting through them. But it is because of their devotion, their devotional approach. It is exactly somewhat like our TV antenna. If TV antenna is kept properly, then signal will be good. If it is not taken properly, signal will not be good. Problem is not in the signal, how you have kept your antenna. So, reset, reorient your antenna properly. I don't know, nowadays is the problem is there? Nowadays is not there. No? In olden days it used to be there. In olden days, people used to go to the terrace and do even our radio used to have this problem. The radio also, a Sri Lanka station, no? Ceylon station, and it will come like this. Like that. So, you orient yourself correctly. That's what Bhagavan said. And now, in the next shloka, Bhagavan is telling, even if a person has got the background of lot of papam, But if that person starts worshipping me, then that person is a saintly person. That's what he says. Api chet suduracharah bhajate mamananyabhat sadhureva samantavyah samyak vyavasito hi saha. So, what a great, what is called bhakti is, how great this devotion is. That anybody who has done lot of papam, people are abusing him, criticizing him most of the time, and he himself feels that I am a papi, I am a papi. Bhagavan says, papi yasam api bhagavad bhajane adhikara. Very beautiful it is said. Even the people with so many papas, they also have got adhikara, they also have got a right, privilege of worshipping Bhagavan, being devoted to Bhagavan. For Atmajnanam, you require some qualification. Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. Even difficult to remember after so many years. People forget. We ask them Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. They say Vishaya Adhikari Prayojana Sambandha. So they forget. But in Bhakti, no minimum qualification required. Only your desire to be devoted. That's all. Like when we start we have got like particular program of the course. We have got first 108 day course, then 1 year. In 108-day course we write, no background is required. Even if you don't know alphabets, Sanskrit alphabets, no problem. Still you are allowed. If you have not studied Vedanta at all, allowed. Zero qualification. But the next course, 1 year, you have to have equivalent to 108 days. Second year, you should equivalent to the first year. Then it is heated up. So, but for 108 days, we write no background required. So when we take interview, in fact, we send a note. Please don't prepare Sanskrit Vedanta because they think we'll ask them a Vedanta. So don't prepare. In fact, people will be tensed about it. Not at all required. So the bhakti is like 108 day course. No qualification required. Just your wish. So here Bhagavan says, even a person has got papam, then also he can be my devotee. So that's it. Apiche suduracharaha bhajate. Even if a person is sudurachara. Durachara means the person of wrong conduct. Sudurachara means person of great wrong conduct. Highly papi. Papishtaha means the greatest sinner. As sinner generally we don't like to use the word. The person who has done great papa. And Bhagavan says even that person bhajate mam ananya bhat means without any diversion. Means he is worshipping me, devoted to me without any distraction. Means he doesn't think sometimes worshipping Bhagavan, sometimes I have to take care of political leaders, sometimes I have to take care of Bhuta Preta, etc. No, he is completely devoted to Bhagavan. Then Bhagavan says, Sadhu Revasa Mantabhyaha. That person should be considered to be sadhu, a saintly person. He should be declared as a saint. In some religion, no, that after a person dies, he or she will be declared as a saint if some miracle has happened related to that person. You know that there is some religion, they have got this. Sainthood is declared, sainthood be conferred to that person if some miracles have happened. Like for Mother Teresa, they declared sainthood after somebody reported that I did something for Mother Teresa, I worshipped her, and then my disease was cured. Some miracle should happen. Then sainthood will be declared, it will be conferred upon that person. Bhagavan says no such thing required. You don't require any miracle. You yourself are miracle. That you are able to worship me itself is a miracle. So Bhagavan says that person who has started worshipping me without distraction, that person is sadhu mantavya. Indirectly Bhagavan is saying that person should not be criticized anymore. I have declared him to be sadhu. Then who are you to tell him to be papi? Bhagavan is using the word mantavyaha. In Sanskrit, tavya means he is a command. Bhagavan says that person who has started worshipping me should be considered to be a sadhu. Never say like, we people we do that. I know what he was earlier. Somebody started doing to temple and doing some puja or doing some parayanam, etc. We can't tolerate that this fellow has changed. So what is I know what he was. In Hindi में ऐसे बोलते हैं सोच हुआ मार के बिल्ली हज करने चली. So me, he say Hindi, what he says that after killing 100 rats, this billy, this cat, is going for haj. Haj. Pilgrimage. Let us translate this pilgrimage. So Bhagavan says you should not look down upon that person anymore. He is my person. Like Bhagavan is telling, my person. We should not look down upon him. We should not criticize him. Sadhu eva mantavya. He should be considered to be sadhu. Why? Because saha samyak vyavasitaha. That person has resolved rightly. What has he resolved? Now onwards, I will be worshipping Bhagavan. Whatever I was, whatever I have done, now onwards, I will worship Bhagavan. Bhagavan is saying that resolve itself makes that person a saintly person, a saint. As it is said that where you are is not important. Where you are directed, what is the direction of your life? Where you are directed to, that matters. Where you are doesn't matter. Suppose you are at the foothill, but you are directed to the top, then one day you will reach. Somebody is in between the mountain, but he is facing the opposite direction. Then he will be climbing down and he will reach away from the mountain. So where you are is not important. Where your life is directed to, that is important. And this person, he has oriented himself to Bhagavan. He has resolved now that now onwards I will worship Bhagavan. I will completely surrender to Bhagavan. We have such cases. Ajamila, he changed his life. Ratnakara, Valmiki, we have. The Surdas in North India, that person was highly passionate and then he changed his life. His wife only became his guru. Wife said that, why are you so much attached to me? If you are attached to Bhagavan, you would have got Bhagavan. And it was very enlightening. Change. So, we should not look upon the person based on his past. We have this habit. We judge the person based on his past. We should see what the person is now. Encourage him to do something good he is doing. Instead of reminding him of the past. Oh, I know what you are. Today you have changed. I don't know how will you remain like this. That's not a right thing. Encourage the person. If person has changed, encourage him. Glorify his change. Glorify his determination. So Bhagavan said, this person should be considered to be sadhu. And what will happen to that person? And that is said in the next shloka. क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा शश्वच्छान्तिं निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्तः प्रणश्यति. So Bhagavan says that when a person with the background of papam, wrong conduct, when he starts worshipping me, being devoted to me, then change will happen. What will happen? Kshipram bhavati dharmatma. Very soon, Kshipram is very soon, that person becomes dharmatma. Dharme atma yasya. One whose mind is in dharma. Means he will become a righteous person. Inclined to dharma. Because when Bhagavan is in your heart and you are not having any other wish except being one with Bhagavan, then adharma will not happen. Bhagavan who is strongly, very what is called intensely seated in your heart will not allow you to do wrong things. Therefore he says that person dharmatma bhavati. He will do right thing. Therefore Pujya Swamiji used to say a very beautiful thing I must have told here. He said, if you have got some wrong habits, this wrong conduct you are doing, don't worry about that. Start a new conduct. Start a new circuit. Instead of working on removing the old circuit, start a new circuit. Then old circuit will slowly become defect, like a road. So, if you want that this old road has some problems, what you do? You create a new road. Start using that. So, old road will become defect. So, in life, instead of thinking so much about your papam, think about how to do punyam. Focus more on doing right things rather than bothering about what are wrong things you have done. Have trust in the grace of Ishvara. Bhagavan is so gracious that Jiva cannot do the papam enough to exhaust his grace. Very nicely in the Bhakti Sampradaya, that is what they say. Ishvara's grace is so much that we cannot fully utilize Ishvara's grace. However much karma, we cannot exhaust. So you should not think, oh, I have done so many papam, Swamiji, even Bhagavan will not be able to forgive me. That is never the case. Bhagavan's grace is much more than your capacity to do papam. So this person, dharmatma bhavati, and shashvat shantim nigacchati. He attains the shashvat shantim. And here shashvat shanti has got the meaning, withdrawal from adharma. And finally, of course, he will attain permanent peace. More and more you bring Ishvara in your life, more and more shanti you will have. Which is Swamiji used to use this expression, bring Ishvara in your life. What does it mean? Ishvara is already there in our life. Be aware of the presence of Ishvara in your life. Whatever is happening, try to appreciate the order of Ishvara. Be aware of the order of Ishvara, and thereby you are bringing Ishvara in your life. More you are aware of Ishvara's presence as order, more you are free from conflicts. More you are free from these ragadveshas. And therefore, Shashvat Shantim Nigacchati. And the next sentence is very popular. Kaunteya Pratijanihi. Hey Arjuna, Pratijanihi. You declare to the world. What? Name Bhaktaha Pranashyati. My devotee never perishes. My devotee will never be destroyed. My devotee will not have any lower lot. Means he will not have adhogati. He will not have any fall. On my behalf, you declare. Name bhaktaha pranashyati. It's a very, very powerful sentence. One person, he said that reading or listening to this statement, he gave up everything. That Name Bhaktaha Pranashyati. This statement, touched his heart so much. My Bhakta will never be perished. And therefore what? I can be relaxed. If I trust this sentence, as a devotee, I can be relaxed. But I have to be devotee. May Bhakta na pranashyati. And some Mahatma, they make clear this comment in a lighter way. He said, why Bhagavan is telling Arjuna that you declare? He himself can say, no, I declare that Name Bhaktaha Pranashyati. He is telling Arjuna, you declare. He said, why? Because Krishna was known for telling lies. Whereas Arjuna was a Kshatriya, powerful Kshatriya. He keeps his word. Therefore, Bhagavan said, Arjuna, people may not trust me. You declare. So, Name Bhaktaha Pranashyati. My Bhakta never perishes, never destroyed. Thus, Bhakti brings this security in your life. Real security is not by insurance. Insurance is good. Nowadays required medical insurance and this insurance, that insurance, so many. Some people insure their throat also. Throat, because their throat is very precious. So they insure that. So you can insure whatever you want to, rose you can insure, whatever. But finally, security does not come by insurance. Insurance can help for some practical purpose. Real security comes by devotion. What? I am devotee of Bhagavan. Bhagavan will take care of me because he has promised Name Bhaktaha Pranashyati. Through Arjuna he has promised I am Bhagavan Bhakta, I will never perish. That gives you so much inner courage, inner strength, that you can face any challenge in your life. No challenge is powerful enough to shake you. When you have the trust is Name Bhaktaha Pranashyati. And the next shloka, it is a stone pelting shloka, because that some ideas are given which are not what is called agreeable to some people. So those details we'll see in the next one. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.